All right, Whovians, our world's about to change as the Doctor regenerates, this time into a woman. BBC has announced the newest reincarnation of the Doctor, Jodie Whittaker. Whittaker, I know best from her role in Broadchurch, where she starred along the 10th Doctor, my favorite, David Tennant. Now, there is a lot of hubbub about Whittaker being the next Doctor. People are very upset about there being a woman Doctor. I personally have figured out that at some point soon we're going to be getting a woman Doctor, ever since we first saw Matt Smith take on the role.
Yes, eyes, two nose, and I've had worse chin, but I'm here. I'm a girl. No, I'm not a girl. No, I'm still not Ginger.
We are one step closer to having a female Ginger. Of course, we got several hints from this past season that just ended. My fiance, she called out that it was going to be a female Doctor, I would say probably the second or third to the last episode. She says Capaldi said something very, very much along those lines. I don't remember this line, but she says it's there.
Do as she says. Is the future going to be all girl?
I can only hope.
I'm super pumped for this. I think she's going to do a great job. I know there are people out there upset, and if you're upset, I can't even sit here and pretend to understand why. It's a female Doctor. We live in a world where this is acceptable. Some people have mentioned, oh, well, it's tradition to have a male. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Tradition generally is steeped for centuries before it is tradition. That's what makes it a tradition. We're talking 50 years, and yes, I get that it's been a male Doctor for 50 years, but we're talking 50 years ago, women weren't offered roles like this at that time. We are in a completely different time period, and we need to make sure that we are thinking about things like that. If we don't consider these sorts of things, we are part of the problem when we say, oh, you can't be the Doctor because you're a woman, or because you're of color, or because you're not of a leading religion. It's all the same thing when we try and push people down because they're not the normal. Whittaker's going to do a fantastic job. I'm super excited. I cannot wait. And for those of you who say, oh, well, they just lost a viewer, I'm sure BBC doesn't care. Anyways, that's your Tiny Ram for today. Super pumped for the 13th Doctor. Whittaker's going to kill it, and I can't wait to get to this Christmas special. Can't wait to get to the next season. Whovians, we'll see you later, and we'll see you all for the next Tiny Ram every day and Ram TV on Sundays. Do you ram?
Man, I feel like a woman.